Hello everyone and welcome to another one of my videos. My name's Andrew Rayner and we are going to be playing some more Standard tonight, and we are starting off with some blue-white mid-range. So the purpose of this deck is using a bunch of enchantments, using Archon of Sun's Grace Constellation, and then just being a control deck above that. Got Dream Trawler and Cura Best the Sea God at the top end to be able to do that. Archon's a good way to be able to catch back up, making lots of tokens, lots of cheap ways to interact, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. This deck's already in Streamdecker, so you can type !deck in chat to see the deck list. You can use the overlay, and you can see it there. So yeah, let us crack on. We're going to be playing best of 3, traditional ranked. Let's go. Stuff everywhere. We were sorting out cupboards and stuff at the weekend, so everything's a bit chaotic at the moment, but get it back sorted in the next week or so, I think, so I'll be back to normal again. So we've got a sweet one after this. We're going to play 2 decks tonight, so we've got this Azorious mid-range deck, and then we have a Sultai Vannifar deck, which is really sweet. So it is capable of some turn 4 kills, which is awesome. So hopefully we have lots of interesting lines we can do with those. See how we get on. On the draw, I think this is okay. Banishing Light should be okay. Teferi's another one as well, so give it a bash. I didn't do a proper social media post, did I? I did not. Oh, we'll cope. The cat. Sure, Timor's not a big deal. We can just so tiny that one. Save us a little bit of damage. It's just about trying to hit land drops here. Like, our hand's obviously very powerful. Teferi will help us get there. These Banishing Lights will buy us time. The art on this is stunning. Really love the art on this planes. Just a 2-3 icon there, sure. Okay, well that can scry us into some more lands, so I'm not going to say no to that one. At least it's Timuret's toughness, not its power. Do need to be careful of Grey Merchants here, though. They will probably be able to drain us out for a little bit at some point. Just try and get rid of this Murderous Rider. Just destroying it themselves. Sure, that means we can bounce it with our Teferi, which is nice. Obviously don't realise that we are actually playing creatures ourselves, so that bodes well. Maybe get... like they're going to use the removal on their own stuff just to avoid me exiling it there. Nightmare Shepherd's a good one. Okay, Elspeth conquers death. Let's get rid of this Nightmare Shepherd. Please and thank you. And they have no pet to play with. It's very rude. Do any of these things do anything? No, they're literally just for show, and then because I'm on Ultra, there's lots of sparks whenever I click. But it doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? That's really strange. I just want to play with things. Like, that was like the best thing about Hearthstone. You got to play with all the random shit that's going around, or random stuff going around the sides. Don't mind my French there.
Right on schedule.
Well, let's bounce this Erebos.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I should have scryed first, but never mind. Don't think I need another time wipe here. I think I'm happy enough with this hand. Elspeth Conquers Death's going to deal with this other Erebos, so... And if they want to kill the Teferi, we just get it back with Elspeth Conquers Death, so... That's quite nice as well. Erebos is back again. Yeah.
Here goes nothing.
Please, Erebos, go away. Don't think I need the Sea Gods. Feel like we're going to be able to win without that, so... Definitely just going to wipe us board now. Grab a planes. Take up the Teferi and we can time wipe in their turn.
I've got it.
Do what you like. You got it. Oh, they even drew the oven this turn. That's hilarious. We've got so tiny. They've got a drag, so they're not doing anything with that. Let's plus this Teferi because I don't really need this so tiny.
Might be a bad idea.
I can scry it away with this castle. And then can pick up my Vanishing Light with the Teferi next turn. You know they've got the drag. Archon's perfect. Gain a couple life. Bounce this Vanishing Light.
Let's try this.
Don't want to play this out while they can still do this. I want to at least be able to try and get a Pegasus out of this. So, like if they draw a card here, then they're not going to have the mana to kill something. So then I can make a Pegasus. Might scry this Tomic to the bottom. Yeah, I don't really need it here now. Dream Crawler, you say? Well, we'll cast that one next turn. Get rid of the oven. And we have a Pegasus. I thought my stack's broken. Why is my stack broken? See what happens when they put something on the stack. Is that just the way that it is now? Or is that how it denotes that there's... Well, it didn't do it before, did it? With an ongoing effect, so... Assuming this is just broken. I can at least tuck him away. I can tuck it away, at least. Let's leave him tucked away. This Tavares stuck here. What is this about? What is this about? Oh no. Why is it still here? Arena, why is that still there?
Don't worry, I got this.
Oh no, it's still there. Right, okay, you gotta get out of the way, I'm sorry.
Longer. Stand by and watch.
Right, I'm bouncing the Prophecy because it does its job of do some cards. Draw some more cards. Oh no, this is just like, come on, I don't even know what I did to make this happen. I guess we can go back and check, but this is an interesting bug. Haven't seen this one before. I'm actually just gonna take a screenshot of this. No, 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 stop it. Sorry, I'm taking one more screenshot and then I'm actually going to take some game actions. Right, now we've tweeted, let's just move on with this, shall we? This is ridiculous.
That's more like it.
This is really annoying. Get out of the way. Okay, they're done. This means Teferi goes away, I'm hoping. Right, so we're against mono black. So Hushbringer seems good. Stops them doing the cat stuff. The Sultai's don't seem amazing. Elspeth Conquers Death's probably not as good as it could be here. Actually, Elspeth Sun's Nemesis is probably pretty good here. Let's go with that. Yeah. That was an interesting bug, that one. It's a new one. I hadn't seen that one before, so... Right, then opponent, what have you got? You got some good sideboard tech for me. I feel like I'm just getting thought seized. That's all that's going to happen here. Yeah, this sounds pretty good. Minimize Prophecy with a heap of Scrylands. Going to be able to find whatever we need. Hushbringer is obviously very good against most of their things. Okay, Minimize Prophecy is going away, but we've still got the Hushbringer, which is probably going to be pretty good. Stops their Grey Merchants, stops their cats. Get our Scry on. Really just don't want any more lands for the time being, so... Fenlurker, let's get rid of the Tranquil Cove. Then we're just jamming this Hushbringer, try and stop as many of these abilities as possible. They may or may not be able to kill this quickly. Imagine they'll have Murderous Rider and they might just do that now. If that's what they've got. Yada, no triggers, wonderful. Let's go find a plains. Let's get our Scry on. Banishing Light seems fine. Should probably attack because I'm not blocking this, but it doesn't really matter. Just bumping it, so I'm just taking 4. Sure. Works for me. Just gonna get rid of the Fenlurker here because I've got the Elspeth Conquers Death to deal with the Ayada. Gain a couple life. Get rid of the Ayada. Can sack this Fenlurker, draw a card if they want. Works for me. Took my prophecy. Exceptionally rude. I'll find another one. It's fine. Yeah, these are both good. We don't have anything to get back with Elspeth Conquers Death, so it's not a big deal. So we're naming the birth of Meletis. Attacking for 1. Play Archon, pass. Assuming their hand is just like Grey Merchants and stuff, like they don't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, sure. They've obviously decided to sideboard out their things that can kill Hushbringer and die to Hushbringer. Wonderful. Silver 2. Can you tell I play a lot of Magic because I'm at Silver 2? On the draw, I'm going to keep this. It's got a lot of interaction. And there's the lands, so... Authorize me? Authorize me now, sure. I imagine it's probably Thirst for Meaning here. Depending on what they're doing, like all of these are not potentially useful against them. So Tiny's probably almost certainly dead. If they don't take the Thirst for Meaning, we're just going to use that, discard the So Tiny, and we'll just gas back up. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, this is not the end of the world for them to be thought erasing, just purely because it's nothing that's actually going to impact what we're doing. They're not really doing anything. Keeping a lot of cards, but they're not achieving a whole lot. Sure. At least with the Archon here, if they try and kill it, we can just So Tiny to turn this into a 2/2 flyer. Because I'm assuming this will die, so... Well, if it doesn't, that's okay with me. Quite happily make a 2/2 flyer out of my So Tiny here and still get my Archon back. Seems like a good exchange for me. Tomebound Lich. Sure. Are they just a control deck, or have they got like some kind of funky kill in it? Looks like a control deck. My life total is kind of irrelevant here, so play Archon and play the Prophecy. Yep. Perfect. Literal too perfect. I think I'm fine just taking this. They get a loot, but they don't seem to be achieving a whole lot here, so... Masker Girl. Sure.
I know my responsibility. I've got time.
Just cast the Massacre Girl again, that's fine. Prophecy, we'll draw 2. I don't think I need the land actually. Let's go Banishing Light, let's get rid of this Massacre Girl. Take up the Betty, and
Trust
then
me, I have a plan.
we'll just play a tap land and we'll strike the top again. Agent of Treachery. You want my Teferi? Sure.
I'll protect you.
Just can choose Shatter the Sky because at least I can turn that into a divination, and they've just got Swamp on top, so that works fine. Cool. No bother. Yup. What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to steal my thing with Agent Treachery, or...? Got to. Really? Okay. Elspeth conquers death then. You counter this one too? You do want to counter that one too, sure. Cards that do not matter. That was a really strange sequence from the opponent there, but... Blood for Bones, there's the card they actually want to be doing, so they are a Reanimator deck, there's just not any real spells to do. So they've got Agent of Treachery, but I've got nothing worth stealing really, so not a big deal. You stole my wall! You nasty bit of work, stealing my wall. Mystic Sanctuary, putting Blood for Bones on top again. Seems reasonably reasonable.
I am not going to sit this one out. Here we go.
Let's draw some cards, shall we?
Sorry I'm late. Let's try this.
So if this isn't a creature, they can't cast the Blood for Bones. So yeah, we're in reasonable shape here. I'm gonna name Banishing Light because we definitely can't cast that one this turn cycle.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I'll cast Divination. Divination's a fine card, especially when it stays in play. And I can bounce it with my Teferi.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
And there's the Sea Gods. So let's just cast this and we can start working towards the final saga of this. Final chapter of the saga. Unbound Lips, sure. Guess them having the Elspeth Conquers Death's kinda rude, but thought to Razor me, well, I got a stacked hand full of gas, so good luck with that. Yeah. What one are you stealing? Well, surely they have to take the Teferi here. Then they're gonna have to. No, they are just going for the plot.
That's more
sure,
like it.
even though they know that it's just not surviving. Okay, a Temple of Peace. Try to keep the board as clear as possible. Scrank bottom, Fibble Flip. Another Fibble Flip. The fast have to blink the Fibble Flip, that's kinda cool. That's nice tech. Teferi on top, don't mind if I do. We've got a Blood for Bones. They will steal my Archon here, no doubt. Cast Teferi.
Trust me.
We're gonna bounce this
You'll thank
Banishing
me later.
Light, get this
I've
Teferi
got
back.
If you show remorse,
Keep this
I'll
Teferi.
show restraint.
Bounce my Archon.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Cast my Archon. Cast my Banishing Light. Make another Pegasus. Exile your agent. Please stop doing that. Attack for 2. Play a land drop. Pass. What is the worst that can happen from here? They're through 2 Blood for Bones and 1 Mystic Sanctuary, so I guess it depends how many Mystic Sanctuaries they're running as well. Okay, they decided they had had enough. Okay, so some Hushbringers are probably very good again here. Elspeth's probably good for the recursion. Elspeth Conquers Death's probably fine. Ashok's Erasure is probably good, and the Vetoes are good. I don't think I need the Time Wipes or the Shatters. I think I can work around with Banishing Lights, so Tinies are definitely not necessary. Atomic is not doing anything. It's just there for Nissa, essentially. Maybe I don't need all of those. Let's go with this. Yep. Let's get this Tef down. I don't think I need the land yet. I've reduced like my curve as well, so it shouldn't be too bad. Don't erasure me. Huh, huh, huh. That's the one they took. Well, I think that says more about their deck than anything else. Oh, we're vetoing that one. Oh, they missed the land drop as well. Oh, Teferi's just cycling here.
I'm known for my excellent timing. This might be a bad idea.
Backup Teferi's nice here, especially if they're still screwing. Thought erasure me, sure thing, bro. Birth and Teferi are excellent here. They have to take the Archon just to try and avoid actually just falling behind. Birth into Midrange Prophecy is very good as well here, actually. So find a plains, play Midrange Prophecy, get our Scry on. I don't need any more islands.
Here we go.
They are through 3 Thought Erasures though, so Tomebound Lich is what I'm imagining here. Yep. Has to be to a player, sure. We're just gonna name Teferi. Gonna play Elspeth, make some tokens.
Neither monsters nor gods. If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
We've got 3 cards to be able to escape already. It's only 4 to escape, so we're nearly there already. And then I've named Teferi, so we get to cast this Teferi next turn. We can bounce the... yeah, sure, I'll trade my wall for you not looting, please, when you're screwing. Order, this doesn't matter. So this is whenever I cast a spell. Is this a lingering effect? We're gonna find out. Don't know if this is still gonna work by
I got
bounce this and then do this. No, it does. Okay.
This isn't a fight you can win.
We'll just get rid of the token.
I'll protect you.
Make 2 tokens.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
Play another Birth Meletis. Just keep getting these lands out of our deck. Another Lich, sure. I like your agents in the bin, eh?
Here goes nothing.
Believe in yourself as I believe in you.
Start with Prophecy. See if we can scry into anything here. They're both very good ones, actually, so let's keep those. Let's play the Castle, and I'll just Thirst. I guess I'm actually better just playing this other Prophecy and just scrying to the top again. And then I can just Thirst and discard the two lands, potentially, depending what the third card is. Fills up the graveyard nice and good. I'm going for me. Another Tomb Binding Blitz, sure thing. Alright, Thirst for Meaning. Let's see what we get. Decline, just going to discard these 2 planes. It's just going to be Banishing Light because I've got 2 of these, so it means that I can definitely cast that. Let's go for Elspeth Conquers Death. We'll just exile one of these liches. And we can get our scry on. Cool. Plus the Teferi.
Trust me, I have a plan.
And we got the 2 guys back on chomps. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Don't forget, anyone in chat, you can type !deck to see the deck list we're currently playing, or you can use the Streamdecker overlay to see the deck that we're playing. And for those watching on YouTube archive later on, you'll be able to see the link down in the description below. I am okay with this attack.
Time for plan B, as soon as I think of one.
Because the Teferi's not really achieving anything here other than just stopping them countering my stuff. So... Sure. Yep. Sure. Let's cast Banishing Light as a draw 4 cards. That seems pretty good, eh? Let's get rid of this one. Can even bring back the Elspeth with the Elspeth Conquers Death for full flavor. That'd be sweet. Make a whole bunch of tokens. I don't care about that, really. Loot away, my friend. I think I'm just gonna get an Archon back now, actually. No, let's just get back Hushbringer, actually. We're really struggling to deal with it.
I've got time.
Agent now does nothing because we've got the Hushbringer in play. Sweet. So all those really powerful cards in my graveyard I could have picked, and we chose the Hushbringer because it was going to be the most broken one there, just to completely shut down their deck, which was awesome. So that's 2 games in. This is quite a slow deck. So let's go at least one more. See where we get to. Thank you everyone for hanging out and watching. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're seeing something interesting. This deck looks really interesting. So what's the worst that can happen? We'd love an island. This could be a mirror. I'm scrying towards land drops here. Land drops are going to be the most important thing in this matchup, assuming that we are in the mirror. We're going to find out this turn anyway, because we're going to cast the Thirst for Meaning. Imagine it may well get countered if they are a control deck rather than playing our deck. Bunch of lands is great. Tifetti. Okay, they're playing a proper control deck, so. Make a one, sure. Death by 1,000 cuts begins. Let's go for the prophecy. I think I'm in for that. Take 2. Yep. Got no worries here. Gonna cast this Thirst for Meaning at their end step. Maybe we can ditch something relatively useless. Would like to keep the land drops. Elspeth Conquers Death's doing nothing, so let's spin that just now. Let's cast Divination with Must Counter. Woof, it resolved.
Let's slow this down. That's more like it.
What are they doing? They've done nothing this game. Sure. now they're actually going to start doing something.
Those who cannot hone your prowess.
I've got a prophecy, they've got a temple.
This isn't a fight you can win. Let's try this.
I feel like we're in a losing position here just purely because we binned our Elspeth Conquers Death earlier on. No, they've got fed everyone. Okay, let's keep them up. Let's move on to the next one. Let's not waste time. Our deck has a lot of spells we don't want in this matchup, so we're going to get significantly better after board. Elspeth's going to be reasonable. Elspeth Conquers Death's good. Erasure will be good, and the vetoes will be good. And that's pretty much fine. Don't think we want the extra atomic. It's not really going to do anything. It's just would be an extra threat, but I don't think we need that. I think we're fine with what we've got. Ooh. On the play, this hand's great. Go find the planes. I don't want either of those, so... I'm just gonna have to say Teferi. Kinda awkward that we haven't drawn anything I actually want to be casting. Okay, that's a reasonable one, just not one we can really maneuver at the moment. Quite happily just keep hitting our land drops though. Opponent's going to have to do something at some point. They have a Chemist's Insight, so on top. So I feel like I don't want to do anything this turn, but next turn I'm going to cast the Archon. So I don't want them drawing cards. Actually, if they're drawing cards, it means they're discarding cards at end of turns, so maybe I'm supposed to be more patient. Ah, screw it. I'm not here to be patient. Archon. Okay, they're just drawing cards. You have fun over there, opponent. 9 cards in hand. answer. Sure.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. No! I am not making this up as I go.
We've got the Erasure up this turn, so much as it's not a veto, it's definitely not the same as a... actually, I've messed up. I messed up because Teferi says I'm not playing Magic. Let's try one more when I remember what we're doing. And what my opponent's cards do that are in my deck too. That was just kind of a deck going slightly bigger than us, so... being slightly more... trying to be slightly more controlling than us. We are kind of trying to be a mid-rangey version of the same deck, so... No. Yay, we won! Yay, we won! Real life must have come up there. Well, we'll take it, I guess. Oh, we got a pack. A little boosty. A little boosty. Ugh. Hardly worth the effort. Right, let's go again. One more with this deck, and then we'll change it up to the Vannifar deck for the rest of the stream. On play, this hand's great. Okay, this is the kind of matchup where we should be pretty good, just because of the level of interaction we have. Wall. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. I don't really mind if they spend their turn pumping to get through my wall. We can enter Thirst for Meaning. Yep, that's absolutely fine with me. I think I'm in for just discarding the Banishing Light here, like I like the rest of my hand. Let's scry on first. Don't really need an extra land here. And then let's bounce this knight.
I'll protect you.
Cool. Hand set up reasonably well. Got my Yara. Sure. Okay, no land though.
This might be a bad idea.
They can drain me for a couple here, but I think I'm just going to shatter in their turn once they've played out a couple of things. I'm not particularly attached to this Teferi here, so... Fen Lurker, sure, just going to exile this Tomic. I'm gonna kill both of these. I'll take my 2 for 1 and play their knight post combat.
Here we go.
And then we've got Dream Trawler with 4 cards in hand, so got lots and lots and lots of hexproof. Knight's going to be able to hit me for 1 or kill Teferi if they really want, but yeah, sure. They stumbled just a little bit too much for what they could do there. I like another Shatter. Oh, excuse me. Hushbringer's excellent here. Elspeth Conquers Death's fine. The So Tinies aren't amazing. Atomic's no use. Cura's too big. Maybe I just leave the Elspeth out. Yeah, I could bring in the other Elspeth. Just do that. Yeah, that seems fine. I don't think I need to bring in the Revoke Existences for the cat in the oven if they have that. Don't feel like that's a massive thing. I think we can just kind of deal with the stuff they have going on as it comes. Wizards have replied to my tweet saying they want me to submit a form with the bug, and I'm like, well, no, that's not my problem. It's your software. I've reported it. Get on with it. Cool, so we've played, what, 4 matches with this deck, and 3 of them have been against decks where Hushbringer's been the nuts. I think keep this because it's highly likely that they are just duressing and thought seizing me, so let's get our scry on. Yeah, Birth's great. Birth is pretty great. We've got Teferi, then Shatter. We'll get a wall as well. Arrest me, sure, you can take Teferi. Taking the Wrath. Okay.
Right on schedule. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Let's go full value mode on this Birth. Like, this isn't getting through this wall anyway, so if we want to use a removal spell on the wall to kill Teferi, that's fine with me as well. Nightmare Shepherd, sure.
Here goes
And
nothing.
then we can get rid of the Nightmare Shepherd here. Cove, gain a life, and then we're back on to Birth next turn unless we draw something else. Conqueror's Death would be quite good against the Nightmare Shepherds, but they just want rid of the Teferi now. Sure, it's fine. Cause a distraction, and we get to Birth again, so that's absolutely fine. We did draw an Elspeth Conqueror's Death, so we've got that for the next big threat they play. Excellent. Let's just play this, get another life. This is going to go all the way off this time, so very rude. Exceptionally rude. Make him a wall. Would really like to stop drawing lands. We've currently got 11 lands, and how many are on the bottom? Okay, we don't know any of the cards in our deck, so that's fine. Hit me, baby. Yikes, that's a card. Right, deck, give me a Wrath. ASAP. Ugh, is Elspeth good enough? I feel like I need an actual Wrath. Yeah, that sounds about right. Scry the 2 spells that don't really achieve anything to the bottom, and then, yeah, draw some more lands. It's fine, we're still in this game. We're definitely not out of it yet. Like, we can just Wrath, and then they're back to nothing again. Especially if they end up extending a little bit more with this, this Murderous Rider, so... If I'm auto-passing, why are you asking me to respond to triggers? Like, auto-pass means I don't care what my opponent's doing. Get on with it. You shooting me? No, you're drawing cards. Sure. Yup. Alright, they shouldn't really play anything else out here, but we'll see what they do. Get your scry on over there. Gonna probably scry my upkeep here, so... They'll have enough cards they can bring back the Woe Strider as well if they want to. Of the Murderous Rider they can cast. They've got Garbones they can bring back. They can draw cards with a castle. They've got lots of things they can do here. Oh no, they're gonna exile a card from my hand. Whatever will I do? Okay. Those don't do it either. That might do it, I guess. We're not dead to these, so... yeah, that's a sequence of draws that probably helps us get out of this. Teferi, bounce the Prophecy, cast the Archon, makes a 2/2 lifelinker. Grey Merchant for lethal. Well, that does it. Sure. Okay, on for game 3. I think we just need to not flood out as quite as badly as that one. I think our setup's fine. Still want the Elspeth, still want the Archons. Just need to kind of not flood out to that extent of drawing 12 lands. But we should be okay. Going to keep this based on the Prophecy and the Temple of Enlightenment, finding us some more lands. Hushbringer is very good early on as well. They take the Prophecy, I'll just put the Hushbringer on 2, not an issue. They might just go and just say, you're just not getting the time wipe. Definitely an interesting decision point for the opponent here. I think, given the fact that I've not got the land, it's probably right to take the Prophecy, but there's definitely a decision to make there. Hushbringer shuts off most of their deck though, so is a consideration if they don't have a way to deal with it. Oops, that was supposed to attack, but never mind. Might just get murdered here. No blocks. Would love a land this turn, that would be amazing. Prophecy is about the best non-land. Attack for 1. Play the Prophecy and let's get our scry on. Yeah, just keep the berth. Just make sure we get our land drops. Yeah. Yep, join me. It's fine. We're just gonna name Archon because it's guaranteed to cast it. And I might well just end up casting the Archon anyway, just to make sure I draw 2 cards. Not drawing any cards off this prophecy feels real bad. Surprised that these decks are playing Duresses and not playing the new 2-mana Thoughtseize, whatever it's called, Agonizing Remorse. Feel like that card is just that much better. Like taking stuff, exiling it, take anything. Like the double mana is probably worth it for that card specifically. I got Fen Marker. Let's just get rid of the Dream Trawler. We can work around that one. Get a Divination. If they want to kill this, that's fine. We then get to time wipe and clear up their entire board. If they don't kill it, then they're not really attacking, so... We got a Nightmare Shepherd here, that would be really awkward. Fenlurker. Fenlurker's fine. You drawing cards. I'm just gonna get the Gutter Buns back at. Duress me. Well, you're not gonna like it, opponent. Alright, let's see what you've got going on. You've got a Swamp and I've got another Wrath. Excellent. Pick up my Archon. Get rid of your stuff. And then when you do whatever you're doing here, I can Wrath again. Hushbringer is real nice with this, just purely because it means that they've got to try and deal with the Hushbringer before they can like play most of their creatures. Like this is just a 3/2. I think I'm in for attacking here. Need to end the game at some point. Definitely don't need any more lands. Got a Wrath at some point as well, just as insurance. We take 7 here, go to 12. We're hitting for 4, so we are actually winning the race here. Second Gutter Bones, fine. Still not got anything else. Maybe I'm just supposed to attack with Hushbringer. Let's just attack with Hushbringer. Come on, opponent. Another Gutter Buns? Sure. Okay, attack them with both now because we've drawn another Archon. get this game done. Okay, that means my flyers are lethal now, so they need to do something this turn. Sweet. Sweet, good one to finish for this deck. Get us up to gold. Yeah, sure. That's not the right one. Why would the blue one... Oh, never mind.
I can turn anything to ash.
Right, cool. Let's just do a wrap on this deck before we move on to the next one. So this deck's really sweet. Lots of nice interactions. Archon's a very silly card. Really nice controlling elements in Elspeth Conquers Death, Shatter the Sky, Time Wipe, Teferi, Banishing Light. These two mana enchantments are very good, or sagas are very good. We didn't really get to see Dream Trawler or Curabest the Sea God, but they're very good cards as well at the top. Atomic is good against Nissa, not that we faced any Nissa decks. But yeah, this deck is sweet. Definitely recommend giving it a bash if you like playing controlling archetypes. It is land heavy, so just bear that in mind when you're playing it. Like, we are 26 lands, births are basically lands as well, so you can flood out a little bit. There's not too many ways to mitigate that too much. You've just got Thirst for Meaning, really, and Teferis as your real card advantage engines, so it is something to remember when you're playing it. Make the most of your castles as well. But yeah, for those on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.